Welcome back, viewers. This is the Orangutan. Now we've gone down and hired a trees be gone. Took out 4 trees, I think it was. We're now extending our grass field because we bought the second half of the farm. Now unfortunately I did record that and we had a bit of a look at the farm and I did the outline of this field and all that sort of stuff, but unfortunately I pressed the wrong button and it didn't save the recording, so we'll just keep going. But so what's happened is we've hired a trees be gone, got rid of 2 trees in this area here, 2 in the area behind where the barley is, and then we've bought the second side of the farm for 85k, and we're extending our grass field because grass makes the world go round. So we'll be able to get some animal pens. So what I'll do is I'll finish this off and I'll come back and we'll go through the tour of the, I'll show up on the map what we've bought and go through the tour of the second half of the farm, which goes from the telegraph poles straight ahead. Whoops, hang on, not paying attention there, looking straight ahead instead of what I'm doing. And it goes from there all the way over to the main gate, so we've bought that second section there. But we'll have a look at that later. At the moment I'll just continue doing this and I'll be back. So here we are, viewers, we've finished creating our field. We're going to put a bit of lime on here, and as promised we're going to go and check out the new bit of farm we bought. So let's get over there. Okay, so if we check our map, we'll see that we now own both sides. We just bought this side here. You can see where our fields are. This is where we are working now, so we've got to extend that field probably to, twice as big or more, 2/3 bigger. And so we'll go over and we'll have a look around. Drive the ute. Oh, got the trail hooked up, hang on. Hold up. I'll get up a bit higher so we get a better view. So this is where we used to own to, around about here. So if we come up here, we've got a little bit of a nook there. We can take out some of these trees, but I like them. See how we go. There's an old pen there. An old pen here. Now you can't use any of these. There's no chance to revitalise them, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind having the old look. Another old broken down pen there. Slurry and manure point. Maybe if we put a pig pen in there, that they might work. I don't know. An old silo, old chook pen, and a house. So what we'll do is we'll jump out. It's as easy as going into construction. Down to landscaping. See it highlights R3, sell, and you actually lose money. As I said before, you'll lose money from doing that because it's like demolition costs. Once again here, that's gone, so I've got to do those little individual bits of fence one at a time, but that's okay. I wonder if that's got any slurry in it. We might try that out. But anyway, I'll get around and get this done while that fertiliser's going, and we'll clean out what we don't want, and then we'll go from there. I'll be back. So here we are, and as you can see, half our field's ready to harvest and the other half's still growing, so give it a month or two and she'll be right. But in the meantime, it's starting to get a bit chilly and we need to find our ute, wherever the hell that is. And here it is here. Fancy that. Hooked up to there still. So what we're going to do here, our distributors drop down to under 2,000 litres of seed and fertiliser. So we're just going to top those up. I'll run over and show you here. These may still have a fair bit in them, but we need them to, yeah, they're going okay. But if you have a look here, this is what feeds them all. So we've got plenty of water, but we need more seeds and more fertiliser. So I'll probably, we've got plenty of money, so go for maybe 5 to 10,000. In the meantime, we're going to hook up the tractor with the bucket on the front. We've got a bit of a problem over here. I wouldn't go, it's not too much of a problem, but what it is we're not going to be able to place anything while we have this on the ground. It's going to tell us that it's overlapping other objects, so what we need to do is this. Pick it all up. If we miss any, it's gonna, stuff up our placement. That's why I'm doing it in sort of lines, to try to, I don't know, sort of like if you're ploughing or harvesting, try to stick to the process. Not much here, but just enough to be annoying. But we'll have it all scooped up in no time. So that looks fairly clean. One more lot. Anyway, I might go and check on that on the ute. Yeah, that's plenty. Oh. Whoops. It's one of those there. See, this is easy when you've only got one or two vehicles. Once you get a heap of vehicles, you've got to scroll through them all, but it's great when you've only got a couple. Whoops, it's starting to get a bit full. Not really picking it up properly anymore. So I'll whiz this over here. Hope it goes into the silo, which it did. Bit. Whoops. I said we don't want to miss any. Okay, hopefully that's all of it. Take this over and drop it off. We could always work on, once we free up the ute, we might get that manure out of the where the old manure pen was. So let's select this ute, that's plenty. So I'll be able to use that manure. The idea here is to eventually stop using solid fertiliser because it's too expensive, and use manure that we produce ourselves and buy a little seed factory. But we haven't got any seed to put. If we get barley and that, we can turn it into seed. We don't have any as yet, so there's no real point worrying about that. And we can use manure from our pigs and cows. Grass will be ready next month, but I'd say it'll probably be May snow on it, so we'll just wait and see what happens. It's going to take a while at 1,000 a bucket. Whoa! Okay, I'll keep going with this and be back when there's a bit of different action to watch. I'll hopefully see you then. Okay, well, thank God, that's that done. Let's see how we did. Nearly 40 tonne. It was 40 scoops of my 1 tonne bucket. So as you can imagine, it was quite tedious, but we'll drop this off and we can switch at some stage to manure. Cool bananas. So that's good. I'll get our tractor. Well, we've got to get rid of the silo. Oh, that's alright. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So I'll park this just here. Doubt if our grass has grown anymore, but we'll go and have a look anyway. Still the distinct 2 parts, but they're fertilised, so that's good. One thing I could look at is how the olive oil's going. I think it's actually sunflower oil. We haven't got olives, not yet anyway. So they're not going on to... There's one on the trailer that's not actually flipping into there. So what we might do is we might pull that forward and see what happens. But yeah, normally if you put them into that trailer, hold them up at the back or throw them in, as long as they're laying flat and they're not upside down, they automatically take, but doesn't seem to be happening here. So I might just move this trailer out of the way and we'll load them up manually. See if we can get it out of the way. Take that over and see if it sells. Yeah, it's selling, so 4,000. Wrong time to sell them, but that's alright. Oh, yeah, there's another one there now. Where's he going to take? Might have to consider a different trailer. We plan on having a lot of trailers anyway, so I don't quite know why that's not working. It has worked previously, but who knows. Normally you hold this up. I think it's the wrong trailer. Maybe it's not a... Not me being a dickhead. It's probably I don't know, a wood trailer or something. Let's have a look. Trailers. Miscellaneous. Probably got the bale one. Auto load. No, that's the one. Flatbed. Yeah. Well, that must be stuff that Jim's put in. Anyway, she'll be right. We'll sort that out another time. I was just waiting for it to get cold. I'd jump in my tent and, yeah, I don't know, see what we've got to eat out of the can. Maybe some beans or something if we're lucky. bit of cold Campbell's soup. So we're in winter now. It did snow. We didn't come out of the tent for quite a while because of the snow. It was freezing cold and there was nothing to really do. So the greenhouses get these really cool. We've got the covers, put the covers on, and we'll just check our supplies here. Fertilisers dropped down a little bit, but we've got the manure in there now, 40,000, so that'll keep us going for a while. We might actually click that on. Oh no, we'll leave it for now. We'll leave it in. No, I'll put it on. Don't know what I'm doing. So I'll go to here and we'll distribute it. I don't think it'll actually, whoops, selling. I don't think it'll actually, oh, sorry about that one. Got a save in the middle of it. Now we're looking for distributing. Probably won't go to, it won't go to them until I turn, you have to change what you actually want to grow, so I'll have to add in the cotton slash seed slash manure. But our grass is still coming along. It doesn't grow very fast through winter. You get really fast harvest. That one's still done and this one's not. And I think it's been 3 months. Anyway. Okay, finally. Grass is ready. Let's go shopping. Yeehaw. Whoops, look out. He's that excited he's nearly run off the road. We'll be coming along alright too. I'd say that'll be ready in another, oh no, I think it goes all the way through July, September, something, I don't know. We'll have a look after we get our stuff from the shop. I'll put in barley, plant in August, September, harvest in June, July perhaps. Duck in here and see Frank and see what he's got. So, look at this. Got ourselves a coon mower and got ourselves, this is a new mod called the TARDIS. Because it holds a ton of grass. So let's hook these up. Get on over there. Got rain coming. It's a very cool setup. Very cool indeed. Where's our grass? Swing her out. So, check what we're on, get it onto the front, up there in the top, down, unfold. turn on, and we swap to the back, lower, turn on, and off we go. Oh yeah. I reckon we'll get this whole field done with this one trailer. Oh no, maybe not. Might be going a bit silly. We're just going to store this in the silo until we get ourselves some sheeps. Get ourselves maybe one of those fancy grass dryers that turn it into hay. I think there's even one nowadays where you can make direct silage, saves you having silage clamps and all the rest of it. Plenty of fancy new stuff you can use. Don't know if I could ever go back to playing without mods. Probably could. Don't know how it'd go. Be pretty good. Arduous. Maybe that can be a challenge for another time. No mod let's play. Which, you know, starting with no money nowadays, you've only got to get a couple of grand and you can chuck some of those greenhouses in the most expensive parts of the fertiliser and the seed. If you don't like turning. We get 2 grand for the fertiliser. I think it's 1,000 for the distributor. 2 grand for the gardens. You're making money straight away. Okay, so I'm sure we get the hang of this. Interested to see how far we get before it fills up. Remember, it is called the TARDIS. So, if you're not familiar with what the TARDIS is, it's that phone box Doctor Who flies around in when you go inside. It's like gigantic. But outside it's a phone box, so let's see how this goes. Jump out here, and we will not check that, but we'll check this. What were we looking at? We're looking at barley. Well, June, July. Obviously no more than I think. Okay, so we'll, I think he always leaves it, yeah, he leaves a fair space down here. We'll have to do this bit manually. I think it's because of those poles. Maybe it's a gigantic turning circle on this. Well, I've had bigger trailers. A lot of the trailers that hold a lot less are a lot bigger. And then hopefully if we use that Roberts roller, it's going to roll this straight back up to 100%. So yeah, we'll see. We'll be back after, we'll pick this up when it's full, empty it, and see how we go.